Hello everyone, today I'm going to take you through the Discovery set and it's by Who Is Elijah. So I'm going to share with you my first impressions from first spray on skin like I like to do, and what we're going to do this over about a week and a half so we can experience all 13 of the Who Is Elijah catalogue. So we're going to go through each one, going to give you my first impressions, and then obviously I'm going to give you the dry down as well. So I'm going to try to space them out a little bit, but very much looking forward to this and hope you enjoy it as well. So stick around. Okay, so let's get started. So Who Is Elijah, an Australian house, an Australian niche fragrance house. And where do we start? So we'll spin the wheel, I guess, and the first one that pops up is, well, let's start nice and easy with Eau, E-A-U. So I'm expecting this to be just a really standard fragrance, but hey, who are we kidding? I've got no idea. I haven't looked at any notes. I'm going to try to look at the notes after I've sprayed and try to figure out what I've picked up on my first spray there. So with these, I always like to give 3 very good sprays. Musky, aromatic, very clean fragrance, this one. Yeah, a little bit green, a little bit citrusy, not picking up a lot of florals or anything in there. But that's just a nice fresh smell. That's a very good one. I reckon in the warmer months, the cooler months, not really, but this is definitely a warmer weather. Maybe a little bit of, salty, maybe a little bit of coconut in there. No coconut really, but yeah, no, definitely fresh. I'm picking up a little bit of, of saltiness in there, so it might have a little bit of marine accord in there. That's what I'm picking up. But yeah, a little bit of, sort of sour fruit in there as well, maybe a sort of lemon or a lime. But yeah, very easy to wear. Yeah, like that one. So very fresh, very clean, very easy to wear. All right, so what's next? So just the one that's going to sit right next to it, and that's going to be Morning After. I'm going to give Morning After a go. Yeah, it's quite nice. Yeah, it's got a bit of... Yeah, puts a smile on my face, that one. So it's woody and it's got some, some like berry-like quality. That's what's popping up. Sort of more those red, those pinky purple fruits. But there's a hint of floral in there, but it's quite sweet. Yeah. But yeah, like that one. You could probably play that unisex, but I'd more expect to smell this on more of a younger woman. The Morning After. But yeah, quite nice. Like, non-offensive. I'm not picking up a heap of musks. It's very sweet. It's not a very deep and, sort of heavy, heavy like gourmand or anything like that. So very nice. I reckon that would play feminine. Yeah, I would probably wear this as well. But picking up where I would wear this, it'd be more of a casual setting. Not really for the office myself, but. That's Morning Office, but yeah, very nice. All right, so we've allowed these to dry down for about 10 to 15 minutes. Now with this, I've got Eau on this side and I've got Morning After on this side. So when we talk about Eau, so yeah, I did pick up the coconut originally when I took it, when the first spray came about. There's some green notes in there and there's some beautiful fig. As far as the fruit goes, I dig the fig. I just love it. So when you put those together, this is a beautiful by the pool fragrance. I love this one. So yeah, could see myself, cocktails, wine, beers, wherever you may be. But yeah, nice, sort of warmer climate to enjoy that one. That's sitting beautiful. And the Morning After. So when I first put it on, I thought I smelled some more like a berry-like quality. It's the violet that I was picking up. So no real florals. There's some spice notes in there as well, and down the base there's some woody and some leather notes in there as well. But I can understand why they call it Morning After. I kind of feel like you've kind of been out the night before. And your sort of, your perfumes, your colognes and all those smells of being out and about and everything mixed together on what it is now. And it's this beautiful, day after fragrance is still sitting on your skin. And it's actually beautiful. So that's definitely, for me, that's a going out one. That's not an office fragrance, I don't think. Yeah, I'd like to wear that one out. I'd like to, yeah, like a post-dinner drink. Beautiful. Yeah. It's like everything's alcohol, but it's not. So that one is really nice. They're both really nice. They both sit beautiful. Their sillage is actually quite nice. I can feel them sort of bouncing off. So either one. So I can't pick a favourite on those, but they're both pretty good. All right. So next up, let's go with Nightcap. Warm, spicy to start with. Then I don't know, is that like a bit of sort of bitter citrus in there as well? But yeah, fresh in the opening, and I reckon this is yeah, a little bit more summery, I think. Take that back, bit more spring, maybe a little bit more cooler weather when it comes together. So definitely got more of an out and about, not so much an office fragrance, but you know, definitely yeah, sort of like this is more like a grab and go, I reckon. The whole, yeah, the Nightcap part of it, I might wait for this to dry down and really experience what they're going for with that, but yeah, sort of, I'll let that dry down. Let me come back to you with that one. But okay, so next up, we're going to go with Nomad. The atomizers are really good with their samples, by the way. Sweet, getting some nice. Oh God, I don't think it's more of a benzoin. I reckon it's more of a like a very sweet amber, maybe some vanilla. But yeah, some real, like it's an edgy vanilla. It's not a real sickly, like feminine leaning. I reckon this will hit right in the middle. But that's what I'm picking up. If there's any white florals in there, there might be a little bit of maybe like some orange blossom or something in there. It's not real jasmine-y and old white floral. It's yeah, it's quite fresh. Yeah, so definitely picking up some vanillas in there, some musk, some orange blossom, and there is another bit of, there might even be some, there may be some yellow floral in there. But yeah, perfectly unisex, but maybe a little bit on the feminine side. But, you know, definitely, yeah, this could be a casual grab and go. You know, you could sort of wear it in a professional setting, but maybe not so much office, maybe a little bit more hands-on work. But, no, so, yeah, so definitely a nice grab and go, just like a nice, nice smelling layer, definitely for a female. Yeah, but it's quite nice, not too, yeah, not too offensive. All right, so we've let these sit there for about 10 minutes. So we've got Nightcap here and we've got Nomad here. So Nightcap, it's dried down to this really nice aromatic and like a very dry woods. So what's coming through that aromatic is that cypress. It's, yeah, it's really nice, giving that spice, but a very soft, very light spice. But yeah, so this one has dried down beautifully. I think this would be a great office scent, actually, for me, myself. So tie blazer. So definitely, yeah, so definitely I reckon this is more masculine. Me personally, this, you know, that dryness of that vetiver down the bottom, just awesome. So that one, yeah, got my vote there for a business. But yeah, Nomad, so this has stayed very sweet. So those ambers have kept it very sweet. Yeah, so you've got some musks in there, I know, and the white floral, you know, it's very subtle there, just hanging around. But, you know, that ambergris, amber, yeah, just really, really popping out there. So, but there's this sweetness on the top, which is that almond, but it's not that sort of like nuttiness. It's got more of that syrupy, leaning towards more like a cherry, but without that tartness. So it's yeah, actually really lovely. As I said earlier, you'd probably stick with that as more of a casual setting, and definitely wear it to work. I reckon feminine leading, not so much in the office though. You know, maybe sort of cafe style, you know, something a little bit more, oh, you know, sort of out in the world a little bit more. So yeah, both very nicely. Okay, so I've already sprayed, and this I've let settle for a few moments. So I've got Muse on my left, and I've got Haze on my right. So Muse, nice aromatic touch. It's reasonably linear, not picking up a lot. Like there's definitely some musky accord down the bottom, but it's not too heavy, not too powdery either. I'm not picking up a heap of woods there. It's not green at all. Maybe I'll come back to it, but I'm not picking up all that much. I reckon this is a reasonably safe, sort of, you know, more of an office setting. Nothing really like show-stopping or anything about it, but reasonably clean scent. You know, but it's not fresh at all, but like I said, reasonably clean. And on this side, yes, we've got Muse on this side. There's this cooking spice to it, so it's definitely, I can pick up some vanillas in there, but what is it, like a star anise or a cinnamon? There's definitely a spice in there, but I can't pick up exactly what it is. But it's quite nice. But yeah, it's like a nice warm hug, but it's definitely a warm one. I reckon it's like a cooler weather, God, yeah, like cooler weather inside where it's, you know, really cold outside. Inside, there's something being cooked. So it's like a gourmand, but not sweet. It's like cakes, baking, that sort of thing. But I'll have to look at the notes. So yeah, this one's quite nice, but I'm not too sure. Maybe it's just my skin that's not mixing too well. But yeah, Muse, I'm not picking up what that is, but I'll have to look at the notes for that. Okay, so I've sprayed 2 on. We've got about 5 minutes worth of dry down, and we're going to have a look how they go. So we've got Rebel Rose on my left, and we've got Cherry Fiesta on my right. So let's give a first impression of Rebel Rose. It's kind of like, it's a modern take on Pot Puree. That's the best way that I can, you know, really describe that one. Yeah, look, it's subtle. It's not, you know, overpowering. It doesn't have that old, you know, that old smell. It's, you know, it's a rosy perfume that's been sitting on a shelf for about 50 years. So look, it's light, but it's dry. It doesn't have a, you know, a lot of zing to it. So that's Rebel Rose. Me personally, not a huge fan of rose anyway. But you know, this one, you know, as far as like a bad one or a good one goes, let's put it right in the middle. So that's Rebel Rose. Now Cherry Fiesta. A lot more light and fun, this one. So the cherry isn't a bitter cherry. It's a lot more sweet and a lot more inviting, that one. Some very light florals there, not too green and not too musky. It doesn't have like a heap of vanillas or anything like that. But that's reasonably light. Yeah, definitely feminine leading. I don't know if I would wear this one, but it's definitely one that, you know, women could probably wear to the office. You can wear it in a casual setting. You could probably dress this one up. Yeah, you can probably dress this one up as well. So I reckon that Cherry Fiesta, reasonably versatile is what I was trying to say. So yeah, Cherry Fiesta, I reckon that'll get the tick of approval. All right, so next on the list, we're going to go with Wall Street. Let's crack. Oh, I'm already getting that. Yeah, that's beautiful. Yeah, so that's a real, there's rose, there's leather, you know, real earthy touches, bit of smoke. Wonderful. Yeah, so definitely, God, I was about to say masculine leading, but it would probably sit right there in the middle with unisex. Okay, so obviously that rose is going to maybe tilt a little bit, but that nice smoky leather in there, perfect for a man as well. So this one, you dress this one up. I don't know if you dress this one down. You know, you're not going to do your, you know, your Sunday afternoon errands with this one. This one is definitely a work one. Yeah, beautiful. So this one pairs really nicely with a blazer, with a tie, or you know, with a nice sort of for your for the women out there, for your nice you know, your day blouse and heels, your Louboutins if you've got them. So wonderful. So that's Wall Street. Okay, so next we're going to go with his, her. I've smelled this before. I know this mixture. Abercrombie and Fitch, Fierce. So this smell is what it smells like. I remember being in Paris when we walked into Abercrombie and Fitch. This is the smell that is radiating throughout the store. And I remember we wanted to buy a bottle, and they've bottled that smell, and that's Abercrombie and Fitch Fierce, which is that one. Which is that one there. So, yeah, so definitely it's very aromatic. You know, you sort of think of, you know, whack this on if you're wearing jeans and a casual shirt and sneakers. I don't know if you'd really dress this one up too much. This is casual wear. You know, you can wear this on your weekends. You could probably wear it to the office if you want to, but this one is just nice casual, very fresh, very clean. But I reckon that's just sitting linear. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't have a heap of, you know, floral to it or a lot of like overpowering notes. They just blend nicely, and that's a really easy wear. Yeah, so that's his, her. Okay, so we're down to our final three. So the two that we're going to go with. Okay, so I've got a feeling these are going to be very feminine leaning. So we're going to start with Electric Soul. Yeah, it's nice and clean. Yeah, you got some floral in there, so it's not a very, you know, sort of pinky one. Yeah, so confident female. Don't really think this would play well on a man, but hey, each to their own. But yeah, no, real confidence. Doesn't have a heap of sweetness, like a real deep vanilla or anything that you're going to think, whoa. But yeah, definitely, you could office wear this. And you could definitely casual that one. So there's a hint of musk that I'm feeling that it's just starting to dry down and get a little bit deeper. But yeah, at the start, yeah, it's a nice burst of freshness. It's, yeah, more citrusy and floral. It's not too green. It doesn't have you know, a lot of, it doesn't smell like there's a heap of dry wood there. But yeah, it's quite nice. Got some sweetness there. It's got some floral, but yeah, quite a nice fragrance for a woman. That's Electric Soul. Okay, and next up, okay, so we're going to go with Her. So pretty obvious where this one's going to go. This one's a little bit more green, a little bit more aromatic. This one. This one's more of a dryish wood. You know, it says Her, but I reckon this plays unisex. What's that I'm getting? There's like a sourish fruit on the top, like maybe a lemon or a lime. Be interested to get the notes there. I'd wear this as a work fragrance. So I'm not picking up that this is really feminine leaning. I reckon definitely unisex, but it doesn't have those real, dare I say, girly elements to it. There's no sweetness there. I'd love to, like I said, I'm going to have a look at the notes now. I've tried to go in blind, but definitely I'm picking up like a dry wood. More like a vetiver, maybe that, it's not a cypress, but yeah, it's definitely aromatic. It's nice and dry, but it's got some, you know, those sour notes, like a lemon, maybe even a bergamot on the top. But that's beautiful, almost like a, maybe like a gin quality, you know, that, you know, clear alcohol. But I really love that one. I reckon that would play perfect on a man. I reckon you could almost rock that as a signature scent to the office, definitely. But yeah, isn't that interesting? So Her, definitely, I reckon you could almost call it him, personally. All right, and lastly, okay, so we've got Ocean Eyes. So I'm expecting, before I spray this, I'm expecting this to be quite aquatic, maybe fresh and uplifting, purely on what it's called. So it's exactly what it is. You've got that, that salty aquatic touch in there, but very fresh. And I tell you, this, if you like Dolce & Gabbana light blue intense, can't remember what it was, but that one, yeah, really smells the same. So yeah, so you've got some nice citrusy and fresh burst at the top, and then maybe down the bottom might be some dry woods in there. But yeah, that one, perfect for summer. That one, you know, you smell that, you feel like you're walking out poolside, you know, to your own pool, to a resort pool, when you're on a cruise, that sort of thing, or even on a yacht on the water. So yeah, so that's Ocean Eyes, beautiful and fresh, perfect for the warmer. Okay, so it's time for my top 3. So coming in at number 3 was Ocean Eyes. I really loved this smell. So just that beautiful burst of that aquatic note, some really bright citruses. So yeah, real by the water fragrance, really nice for the warmer climate. So that one, as I said in my initial thoughts when I first sprayed it, so I just feel like I'm walking out to the beach or I'm walking out to poolside just to enjoy some sun and some warmer weather. So definitely good for your holiday. So that's Ocean Eyes, so that was number 3. Coming in at number 2, I've already sprayed these on skin, was Nightcap. So just that beautiful cypress. It's this green and aromatic touch, and it's got a really nice dry base. Not too floral, it doesn't have any smoke or anything like that. Beautiful office scent, I reckon. But yeah, I reckon, yeah, 9 months a year you could probably get away with this one. Not so much with the really cool climate, because yeah, cypress has really got a nice zesty spring feel to it. So yeah, just lovely. So Nightcap coming in at number 2. But at number 1, very surprising on the actual title of it, but I loved Her. I absolutely adore this fragrance. So it's this beautiful, nice, bright grapefruit that you're going to get, but then this beautiful vetiver, this beautiful dry note that I just love. A very nice signature scent fragrance for the office, just suits my style. You can dress this one up, I reckon you can dress this one down. But yeah, I just absolutely love wearing this one. So I've been wearing this to work and I've really enjoyed it. It's yeah, a really nice put together smell. So Her gets my number 1 tip. And yeah, so guys, thanks so much for watching this one. If you did enjoy it, hit the like button, and please subscribe for any further videos as I get into some more discovery sets. Thank you.